Under the relentless Iraqi sun, a convoy of Humvees churns the desert, kicking up thick plumes of dust that obscure the horizon. Inside a dusty Humvee, Staff Sergeant Dillon, hardened by tours, scans the vast empty expanse through a window, weariness flickering in his eyes. The air inside the vehicle is thick with unspoken tension, a palpable unease settling over the crew. A distant, muffled thud of artillery fire punctuates the silence, a grim reminder of the ever-present danger. My knuckles are white, gripping my rifle, a silent testament to the constant state of alert in the unforgiving desert. Inside the Humvee PVT, Sanchez, his youth betrayed by a nervous energy, fidgets, a silent tremor of fear and anticipation. His hands, quick and practiced, check his gear for the 10th time, a ritual born of the battlefield's harsh lessons. The deep, constant rumble of the engine vibrates through the vehicle, a relentless heartbeat in the tense silence. Dillon's gaze meets Sanchez's, a silent, heavy understanding passing between them in the cramped space. A shared weight of unspoken fears and duties settles in the confines of the Humvee, heavy and palpable. The convoy rumbles into a bombed-out Iraqi village, dust swirling around the skeletal remains of homes. Crumbling mud brick structures line the street, some still smouldering, a stark testament to recent devastation. Children with dirt-streaked faces emerge from doorways, their wary eyes reflecting the village's sorrow. Their innocence stands in stark, heartbreaking contrast to the widespread destruction surrounding them. Under a scorching sun, Dillon, a seasoned Marine, leads a patrol through war-torn streets, debris-strewn and labyrinthine. Crumbling buildings cast elongated shadows, each a potential hiding place for unseen dangers. The Marines move with disciplined precision, their eyes scanning rooftops and alleyways for hidden threats. An oppressive silence hangs heavy, broken only by the rhythmic crunch of boots on the rubble-strewn ground. The patrol enters a vibrant marketplace, a kaleidoscope of colors and sounds, a stark contrast to their usual world. The air hums with the excited chatter of vendors and shoppers, a chaotic symphony of daily life. Dillon, his face etched with a mixture of determination and unease, approaches a local shopkeeper. His Arabic, though halting, carries an earnest plea for information, his gestures conveying his genuine intent. The shopkeeper's eyes, ancient and knowing, assess Dillon, the weight of their exchange hanging in the bustling air. A sudden, deafening explosion rips through the street, shattering the tranquility of the day. Dust and debris erupt, obscuring everything in a chaotic cloud of destruction. Dillon instinctively shoves Sanchez to the ground, a human shield against the onslaught. Screams and a cacophony of chaos erupt around them, a symphony of terror. Dillon's training takes over, his movements precise and immediate amidst the pandemonium. A thick, acrid smoke chokes the air, blurring the edges of destruction, a chilling shroud over the ravaged landscape. Dillon, his uniform smudged with soot, surveys the devastation, his grim expression reflecting the horror around him. Injured civilians moan softly, their pain echoing amidst the frantic efforts of passers-by, a symphony of suffering. Marines, their faces etched with grim determination, move methodically, securing the perimeter of the chaotic scene. Sanchez, still trembling, kneels beside a wounded local, offering a fragile comfort in the face of overwhelming despair. In a dimly lit tent, Dillon hunches over, the rhythmic clack of metal against metal echoing as he cleans his weapon. The distant, muffled crackle of gunfire pierces the night, a constant reminder of the chaos outside. The low hum of generators provides an unsettling backdrop to his meticulous work, a symbol of endless vigilance. His gaze is fixed, vacant, on the tent wall, his mind trapped in the harrowing events of the day. The heavy burden of command is deeply etched onto his tired face, a silent testament to his struggles. In the chaplain's office, Captain Miller's kind but tired eyes fix on Lance Corporal Jenkins, listening with unwavering patience. Jenkins, a young Marine, shifts uncomfortably in his chair, his hands clasped tightly in his lap. A deep-seated anguish is etched on Jenkins' face as he struggles to find the words. He attempts to articulate the moral compromises he felt forced to make, his voice a strained whisper. Captain Miller's steady gaze offers silent understanding, a beacon in Jenkins' storm of emotion. The heavy silence in the room is broken only by the weight of unspoken burdens and the chaplain's gentle presence. In the mess hall, Marines sit at long tables, their faces etched with weariness, the silence heavy as they eat. Some stare vacantly, their eyes lost in distant thoughts, while others force flat, humorless conversations. The bland, uniform grey food on their trays mirrors the grinding reality of their existence. Dylan picks at his meal, his gaze sweeping across the room, observing the varied, weary reactions of his men. Dylan surveys the desolate, rural landscape, an endless expanse of sand and sparse, resilient vegetation. The vast, empty terrain stretches to the horizon, amplifying a profound sense of isolation and vulnerability. Dylan's eyes scan the horizon, his gaze unwavering, a silent sentinel against the stark, silent world. He remains vigilant, a lone figure in the overwhelming emptiness, every sense alert to the unseen. Dust chokes the air at a makeshift checkpoint where sweat-slicked Marines stand guard, weapons poised, their faces tense. An old, battered sedan hurtles toward them, kicking up a crimson cloud as rifles snap into position, aiming at the windshield. The OLD man behind the wheel, confusion etched on his face, fumbles with the steering, unable to grasp the shouted commands. Dylan steps forward, his commanding presence cutting through the escalating tension, his voice a sharp blade. In the dimly lit medical tent, the scent of antiseptic hangs heavy as Dylan approaches Private First Class Chen, whose arm is bandaged. Chen stares blankly at the tent ceiling, his face pale, as Dylan struggles to find the right words. "How are you feeling, Chen?" A heavy silence hangs in the air as Chen remains unresponsive, his gaze fixed upwards. "That was a nasty one, huh? Shrapnel." Dylan attempts to reassure him. "You'll be back on your feet in no time. Tough as nails you are." On a cold, dark rooftop, Sergeant Evans, a Marine sniper, lies prone, a silent hunter in the urban jungle. His rifle scope sweeps across the darkened streets below, a predator's gaze searching the city's hidden corners. Distant city lights flicker, a stark, deceptive beauty against the ominous shadows where he patiently waits. He is a figure of deadly resolve, a shadow among shadows, poised for the perfect moment. The communications room pulses with a chaotic symphony of urgent radio chatter, a constant, unrelenting hum. Corporal Reed, a young Marine, hunches over a console, his brow deeply furrowed in intense concentration. His fingers fly across the keys, a blur of motion as he attempts to decipher the torrent of incoming messages. The palpable pressure of life or death significance hangs heavy in the air, each word a potential turning point. His gaze, fixed on the screen, reflects the immense weight of every message he processes. Under the unforgiving sun, Dylan, younger and unscarred, leads a training exercise, his voice a battle cry. The air crackles with simulated combat, a brutal dance of strategy and force, yet lacking war's true terror. His men push through the exhaustion, their faces grim, responding to Dylan's relentless drive. Every command, every movement, a harsh lesson in survival, preparing them for the horrors to come. Dylan's gaze, sharp and unyielding, pierces through the dust, forging soldiers from raw recruits. In the barracks, the air hangs heavy with stale sweat and cheap coffee, a raw scent of lives lived on the edge. Young, hardened Marines are sprawled on bunks, their boisterous laughter echoing, a thin veil over unspoken fears. Dylan stands apart, a silent sentinel, his gaze sweeping over them with tired, watchful eyes. His eyes hold a fierce protectiveness, a silent, unwavering promise to keep them safe from the war's cruel grasp. The Iraqi desert awakens, bathed in the first ethereal hues of orange and purple as the sun begins its ascent. Dylan stands alone, a solitary figure dwarfed by the vast, unforgiving expanse of the landscape. His gaze is fixed on the horizon, a moment of profound, quiet reflection before the day's grim realities. The desert stretches endlessly around him, a silent witness to his private contemplation. The rising sun paints the sky with fiery strokes, mirroring the intensity of the coming day. Dylan absorbs the fleeting serenity, preparing himself for the relentless demands of war. Sunlight streams through a window, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air, a silent ballet of forgotten particles. Dylan and Sarah stand close, their hands intertwined, fingers tracing silent patterns on each other's skin. A quiet understanding passes between them, a shared bravery in the face of an unspoken, looming fear. The air is thick with the weight of impending separation, the unspoken what-ifs hanging heavy between them. Dust motes dance in the harsh sunlight as Marines gather, finding a rare moment of respite amid the desolate landscape. The air hums with the rustle of paper and murmurs of home as they tear into packages and letters. Sanchez, usually stoic, rips open an envelope with uncharacteristic eagerness, a rare vulnerability showing. A soft, genuine smile spreads across his face as he reads, "A lifeline to the world beyond this dusty outpost." In the debriefing room, a somber silence hangs heavy, illuminated by the harsh, unforgiving glow of fluorescent lights. Dylan and his team, their faces etched with fatigue, gather around a polished table, their expressions grim. Maps and mission reports are spread out, silent testaments to the recent, harrowing operation. They speak in hushed tones, each word dissecting every action, every decision made in the field, a palpable tension in the air. The immense weight of their choices presses down upon them, a silent, heavy presence in the room. The relentless sun scorches a dusty Iraqi street, casting long, stark shadows across the arid landscape. Ahmed, a local interpreter, walks with a measured pace beside Dylan, his presence a bridge between worlds. Ahmed's eyes, sharp and watchful, dart between Dylan and the villagers, absorbing every nuance. His expression is a thoughtful mask as he meticulously translates their words, each phrase carrying weighty significance. The villagers gaze back with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension, their faces etched with the stories of their lives. The desert wind whispers ancient tales through the street, a silent observer, to the unfolding human drama. The bass gym pulses with raw energy, the air thick with grunts of exertion and the metallic clang of weights. Marines push their bodies to the absolute limit, faces contorted in a primal dance of effort and pain. Each rep, each lift, a visceral release of aggression, a furious expulsion of stress. Dylan, sweat beading on his brow, throws himself into the workout with a desperate, almost frantic intensity. His muscles strain, a testament to his struggle, as if he can outrun the relentless thoughts that chase him. The metallic clatter echoes his internal battle, a symphony of torment and a desperate quest for oblivion. Under the vast desert night, Dylan stands guard at a remote outpost, a sentinel against the profound silence. The mournful howl of the wind is the only sound, a haunting symphony in the desolate landscape. He stares into the inky blackness, a deep isolation washing over him, a tiny figure in an immense world. Above, the stars burn with impossible brightness, millions of pinpricks of light in the endless void. Dylan's gaze is lost in the cosmic tapestry, a silent testament to his solitary vigil. Inside the medical tent, the air hangs heavy with the sharp, sterile scent of antiseptic. Doc Reynolds, a medic, works with practiced ease, his hands moving swiftly, expertly over a Marine's arm. His face remains calm, a stark contrast to the distant, ominous rumble of artillery. A reassuring smile touches his lips as he tells the Marine, "Just a scratch, Marine," he adds with quiet confidence. "You'll be back on your feet in no time." Dylan's unit meticulously sets up a perimeter around a freshly painted school, a beacon of hope amidst the desolate ruins. Children, vibrant in bright, clean clothes, chase each other across the dusty playground, their laughter a joyful melody. Their innocent joy echoes loudly, a stark and hopeful contrast to the surrounding devastation. Dylan watches them, a rare, soft smile gracing his lips as he finds a moment of peace in the chaos. The Humvee lurches through the night, a metallic beast devouring rough terrain, its engine a guttural growl. Headlights pierce the inky blackness, carving a fleeting tunnel of light through the oppressive darkness. Moonlight, a spectral guide, filters through the dense canopy, casting an eerie, shifting glow. Dancing shadows flicker and writhe, playing tricks on the eyes, hinting at unseen dangers lurking just beyond the light. Sanchez sits rigid, a statue of coiled tension, his gaze darting, searching, never resting. His posture betrays a palpable unease, a silent scream of vigilance in the face of the unknown. The harsh sun bakes a desolate Iraqi roadside, casting long, stark shadows over the parched earth. Dylan's unit, their faces etched with grim resolve, discovers a hidden, unexploded IED, a silent threat. The EOD team approaches with painstaking care, each step deliberate, every breath held in agonizing suspense. The air crackles with excruciating tension as the EOD specialist's hands move with precise, slow movements. Every movement is a whisper against the silence, a dance with death under the unforgiving desert sky. In the dimly lit chaplain's office, Captain Miller's face is etched with profound concern, reflecting the heavy atmosphere. A young Marine sits opposite him, hands clasped so tightly his knuckles are stark white, a visible sign of his inner turmoil. The only sound is the soft, rhythmic hum of the air conditioning, a stark contrast to the storm brewing within the Marine. His voice, choked with raw emotion, struggles to emerge, burdened by the unspoken horrors of combat. The weight of his actions in battle presses heavily upon his soul, a silent scream of anguish. Under the relentless sun, a desolate landscape stretches, shimmering with heat and dust. Marines, their faces grim and streaked with sweat, heave heavy sandbags, reinforcing perimeter walls. Each movement is a rhythmic struggle against the oppressive heat, a silent testament to their focused intensity. Dylan, his uniform caked in dust, works tirelessly alongside his men, a picture of silent grit. He lifts and places sandbags with an effortless strength, setting a powerful example for all. The monotonous, back-breaking task continues. Each sandbag a victory against the harsh, unyielding environment. Inside a dim tent, Dylan hunches over a portable desk, the flickering lantern casting ominous shadows across his face. Crumpled papers litter the desk, silent witnesses to his struggle to write a letter, his brow furrowed in deep concentration. His pen hovers over a blank sheet, then scratches across the page, only to stop, a heavy sigh escaping his lips. With a defeated sigh, he crumples the paper, adding it to the growing pile, the weight of his experiences palpable. The harsh sun bakes a dusty street in Iraq, casting long shadows on the parched earth. A young boy, his eyes wide with palpable fear, clutches desperately to his mother's leg, seeking refuge. Dylan approaches with deliberate, unthreatening movements, his presence a stark contrast to the tension. He extends an open hand, a silent offer of comfort in the midst of the boy's terror. The mother watches, her face etched with a mixture of fear and cautious hope. In the mess hall, a flickering projector casts dancing images onto a makeshift screen, momentarily banishing the harsh reality. Marines, their faces illuminated by the pale light, find a fleeting escape, their gazes fixed on the screen. Laughter, both genuine and forced, ripples through the room, a fragile sound amidst the tension. Dylan, leaning against a bulkhead, allows himself a rare moment of respite, observing the shared humanity in the room. A convoy of Humvees and supply trucks idles outside the base gate, ready to unload their precious cargo. Fresh-faced Marines disembark, their gear clanking, their youthful optimism a stark contrast to the harsh reality. Dylan watches them, a flicker of his younger self in their eager faces, remembering a time before the war. He knows the harsh realities that await them within the base perimeter, a silent burden in his eyes. The Humvee rumbles down a dusty, unpaved road, its exhaust mixing with the scent of dry earth. Dylan stares out the window, his expression unreadable, lost in thought as the landscape blurs past. Sanchez glances at Dylan, a question forming on his lips. "So, Dylan, before all this, what was your life like?" Dylan's voice is quiet as he replies, "It was quiet. I used to work at a small bookstore, mostly ordering and shelving. Under a blazing sun, the vast, empty expanse of the Iraq landscape stretches endlessly, a desolate canvas of sand and sky. Dylan's unit, a tiny speck against the immensity, moves on long-range patrol, dwarfed by the desert scale. The sheer scale of the desert emphasizes their smallness, a stark reminder of their vulnerability in this harsh land. A mournful wind howls across the barren terrain, a lonely sound echoing their profound isolation. The Tactical Operations Center is bathed in an eerie, cold blue light, illuminating countless monitors. Dylan, his face etched with profound fatigue, leans over a holographic display. His fingers trace intricate routes on a detailed, glowing map, a silent burden in his touch. Intelligence reports scroll rapidly across another screen, a dizzying, relentless torrent of data. The immense stakes are palpable, the weight of information pressing heavily upon him. Strained lines around Dylan's eyes betray the profound exhaustion and silent pressure he endures. Under the relentless desert sun, a somber memorial service unfolds, honoring fallen Marines with a heavy silence. A vibrant flag drapes a coffin, a stark and poignant symbol of profound loss and sacrifice. Dylan stands among his men, a silent sentinel, his face a mask of stoic grief amidst glistening tears. The air hangs thick with profound silence, punctuated only by the distant, rhythmic hum of the bass. In the barracks, the air hangs heavy with stale sweat as the dim hum of fluorescent lights casts a pall over the scene. Marines, some in bunks, others huddled around a flickering card game, shared dreams of home, their voices a mix of hope and cynicism. Sanchez, his face aglow in the dim light, speaks of family with a soft, wistful smile, a beacon of longing. Dylan sits apart, a silent observer, a sharp pang of longing echoing in his chest, a stark contrast to the shared dreams. The Iraq marketplace pulsates under the scorching sun, a vibrant tapestry of life and hushed secrets. Dylan and Ahmed lean in, their faces etched with concern, as they speak to an elder whose eyes hold countless stories. The air, thick with exotic spices, carries the low murmur of Arabic, a symphony of daily life and whispered worries. Ahmed's gestures, respectful and deliberate, convey the elder's deep-seated anxieties about the fragile security. Dylan's gaze intently shifts between Ahmed and the elder, striving to decipher the unspoken nuances of their tense exchange. The elder's weathered face, a map of time, reflects the profound weight of his community's uncertain future. The Humvee, a metal beast, hurtles forward, oblivious to the impending danger. Suddenly, a burst of small arms fire rips through the air, striking the metal with a violent clamor. The vehicle swerves violently, its occupants thrown against the harsh interior. Dylan, his face grim, shouts commands, his voice remarkably steady amidst the sudden chaos. Sanchez, eyes focused, returns fire with rapid, trained precision, his body a blur within the cramped space. The air crackles with the deafening symphony of gunfire, a deadly ballet of chaos and survival. The combat zone crackles with the raw intensity of a fierce firefight, the air thick with tension and the smell of gunpowder. Marines dismount from their vehicles, immediately seeking cover amidst the relentless chaos, their faces grim and determined. Weapons spit fire, painting streaks across the embattled landscape as bullets whiz past, a constant deadly hum. The metallic tang of expended casings mingles with the acrid smell of gunpowder, a symphony of destruction. Dylan, a pillar of calm amidst the storm, directs his men with precise, unwavering commands, a beacon in the chaos. The battlefield is eerily silent, a deafening hush after the storm of bullets. Dylan moves with purpose, his gaze sweeping over his men, a silent sentinel of strength. Each face bears the heavy burden of the recent violence, a raw and visible testament to the toll. His presence is a quiet anchor, a steadying force amidst the lingering chaos. Sanchez sits, utterly shell-shocked, his eyes fixed on some unseen horror in the middle distance. the aftermath leaves an indelible mark, a silent scream etched into the very air. Inside a medical tent, the air hums with the rhythmic beeping of machines, a stark counterpoint to hushed whispers. Doc Reynolds, brow furrowed in intense concentration, works frantically to save a severely wounded Marine. His hands move with urgent precision, a desperate dance against time and fading life. Every focused gesture speaks of his fierce determination to stabilize the injured soldier. Dylan stands nearby, his face a mask of grim helplessness, watching the harrowing scene unfold. The weight of the moment presses down, a silent testament to the raw fragility of life. In a debriefing room, the air crackles with unspoken tension as Dylan, his uniform bearing the scars of recent combat, begins to speak. His voice is steady, yet a subtle tremor in his hands betrays the profound internal struggle he endures. Opposite him, Major Peterson sits rigid, his gaze unwavering, his face an impenetrable mask that reveals nothing. Dylan carries the crushing weight of responsibility for his men, a silent, solitary burden heavy on his soul. Inside the cramped tent, Dylan sits alone, the canvas walls pressing in, mirroring his somber mood. His gaze is fixed on a faded photograph of Sarah, her radiant smile a stark contrast to his own troubled face. He slowly lifts a hand, his calloused finger hovering above her image, a chasm of memory separating them. The scent of damp earth and distant night sounds emphasize his harsh reality, a world away from the photo's warmth. The inky blackness of the Iraq desert slowly recedes as dawn approaches, painting the horizon with a faint, ethereal glow. Dylan, a figure of silent resolve, leads his covert team through the pre-dawn gloom, their forms barely visible against the vast expanse. The biting cold air nips at their faces, a stark reminder of the desolate, unforgiving landscape they traverse. Each rustle of their gear, each soft footfall, echoes loudly in the absolute silence of the desert, a symphony of tension. With every measured step, Dylan pushes deeper into the vast, silent desert, his mission shrouded in the lingering shadows of night. In the desolate quiet of an abandoned building, a unit moves with practiced stealth, shadows clinging to their forms. Dust motes dance in the ethereal slivers of moonlight, piercing the broken windows and illuminating the decay. Every creak of the old structure, every shifting shadow amplifies the palpable tension, a silent scream in the night. Sanchez, a figure transformed, moves with a newfound quiet confidence, a stark contrast to the building's despair. The unit navigates the darkened rooms, each step a testament to their unwavering resolve in the face of eerie silence. Dylan lies prone on the rooftop, his rifle scope sweeping the dark expanse below, a predator in the shadows. His breath hitches as a suspicious figure emerges from the distant gloom, a chilling silhouette against the night. His heart pounds a frantic rhythm against his ribs, a drumbeat of impending danger. He hesitates, caught between the critical choice to engage or to observe, the weight of decision pressing down. Inside the tent, Dylan sits on a makeshift cot, the canvas walls a stark embrace. He carefully unwraps a care package, the crinkle of paper, a soft whisper in the quiet space. Familiar snacks emerge, nestled amongst layers of padding, a taste of home. He pulls out a brightly coloured, hand-drawn picture, a child's rendering of a house and stick figures. A small, genuine smile touches Dylan's lips. A fleeting moment of peace. Under the scorching Iraqi sun, a dusty street simmers with tension as civilians and Lance Corporal Cole face off, poised for conflict. Cole's aggressive stance signals imminent escalation, his youthful marine intensity clashing with the locals' wary defiance. Dylan steps into the fray, his calm authority a powerful shield against the rising hostility. His soft, weighted words cut through the volatile air, de-escalating the confrontation with quiet power. Jenkins, his face etched with profound weariness, stands before Captain Miller, his uniform a heavy burden upon his frame. Miller, seated behind his desk with a worn Bible open, offers a steady, compassionate gaze as Jenkins speaks. Captain, I just don't know anymore. Jenkins' voice cracks with raw emotion. How can God allow this? How can we be fighting for something that feels so unholy? Miller, his voice a calm anchor, reassures Jenkins. Doubt is not the enemy of faith, Jenkins. Sometimes it's the very path to a deeper understanding. Dylan's heavy boots crunch on desert gravel as he patrols the base perimeter, the night air chilling his skin. His gaze sweeps over the formidable barbed wire fences, a stark line against the endless, dark desert. Imposing watchtowers loom, their shadows stretching like giants, offering protection, yet feeling like a cave. The desolate desert night hums with unseen creatures, a haunting symphony of wind and isolation. Each step reinforces their profound isolation, a constant, stark reminder in the vast, empty expanse. Inside the cramped, dusty Humvee, Sanchez is lost in the world of a video game, his fingers a blur across the controls. Dylan watches Sanchez, a wistful look in his eyes, a silent yearning for a past innocence. He remembers a time when he was as young and carefree as Sanchez before life's harsh realities set in. The stark contrast between their worlds hangs heavy in the air, a poignant testament to the passage of time. In a bustling Iraq marketplace, Dylan, a man in his 30s, moves through the crowd, dust motes dancing in the harsh sunlight. He hands out bags of humanitarian aid, his movements deliberate and focused amidst the vibrant chaos. Children's eyes, wide with curiosity and relief, meet his, a silent exchange of hope and vulnerability. A mother offers a small, grateful nod, her silent thanks a powerful contrast to the world's harsh realities. This fleeting connection, a potent sense of purpose, provides a brief respite from the occasional hostility he faces. Dylan's eyes snap open in the oppressive darkness of the tent, his body drenched in a cold sweat. The lingering terror of a vivid nightmare clings to him, a chilling presence in the suffocating night. Images of combat, raw and brutal, flash behind his eyes, a relentless assault on his waking mind. The sounds and smells of war, still fresh, fill his senses, a phantom battlefield within his skull. The war, a relentless spectre, refuses to be confined to the battlefield, haunting his fragile sleep. He stares into the void, the tent walls closing in, a prisoner of his own tormented memories. Under the harsh daylight, a ceremony unfolds, thick with the weight of relief, exhaustion, and unspoken apprehension. Dylan moves through the ranks, his hand clasping those of his men, a silent acknowledgement of shared burdens. Each handshake seals a bond forged in fire, a palpable sense of shared experience radiating through the crowd. The air hums with a quiet anticipation of home, a complex mix of hope and trepidation. The drone of the airplane engine fills the cabin, a monotonous lullaby of relief. Dylan sits among his fellow Marines, exhaustion etched onto every face, yet a palpable sense of peace hangs in the air. Some Marines are slumped, lost in sleep, while others stare blankly at the endless expanse of clouds outside. The invisible bridge between military and civilian life is already forming, even before the wheels touch down. Each Marine, though physically present, is already traversing the emotional chasm, returning to a world they left behind. The airport tarmac gleams under the sun as Dylan emerges from the terminal, a worn travel bag slung over his shoulder. His eyes scan the expectant crowd, searching until they lock onto Sarah's familiar face. A flicker of recognition sparks, then a wave of profound emotion washes over Dylan's face, a silent testament to their shared past. A small, tender smile plays on Sarah's lips as she steps forward, her gaze meeting his, a universe of unspoken words hanging between them. They move towards each other, acknowledging the vast time and distance that has stretched between their lives. Their embrace is long, tight, a profound relief mingled with the tender awkwardness of two souls deeply connected yet altered by separate journeys. Dylan lies rigid in bed, his eyes wide open, fixated on the ceiling, a silent vigil in the heavy darkness. The oppressive silence of the room hangs heavy, an unnatural weight pressing down on him. He strains, every nerve alert, searching for the ghost of distant gunfire, the thrum of generators. But there is only an aching, profound quiet, a stark contrast to the chaos he expects. Sarah appears in the doorway, her brow deeply furrowed, a silent testament to her gnawing worry. Her gaze falls upon Dylan, a silent, heart-breaking watch over his troubled, unseeing eyes. Dylan sits in a sterile waiting room, the fluorescent hum a stark backdrop to his silent battle. Around him, other veterans, their faces etched with a shared, unspoken history, wait patiently. He methodically fills out paperwork, each form a bureaucratic barrier between his past and an uncertain future. The rustle of paper is the only sound as Dylan navigates the labyrinth of red tape, his future hanging in the balance. Dylan shifts uncomfortably in the plush chair, his eyes darting around the clinical yet comforting therapist's office. His mouth opens, a silent struggle playing across his face as unspoken words catch in his throat. Dr. Eliza Reed watches him, her expression a calm oasis of understanding. A gentle encouragement shines in her eyes, a silent invitation for Dylan to speak. The tension in the room is palpable, a silent conversation unfolding between them. Under the hum of fluorescent lights, Dylan stands alone, a solitary figure amidst the grocery store's bustling aisles. His eyes dart frantically, overwhelmed by the towering shelves and endless choices, a once simple task now alien. A profound sense of disorientation washes over him, the vibrant store blurring into an oppressive, indifferent maze. The sheer volume of products overwhelms, leaving Dylan adrift in a sea of consumerism, utterly detached. Dylan sits on his sofa, his eyes transfixed by the television's flickering images of distant conflict. The news report portrays a war unfolding, its polished images starkly distant from any tangible reality. A surge of anger and helplessness washes over Dylan, his face etched with a profound weariness. The media's portrayal of the war feels like a cruel deception, fueling his inner turmoil. Sarah approaches, her gentle hand finding his shoulder, a silent offering of comfort. Dylan's gaze remains fixed, but a flicker of acknowledgement crosses his face as Sarah's touch grounds him. Sunlight filters through the leaves, dappling the vibrant playground where a young girl plays with unbridled joy. Her laughter rings out, a stark contrast to the quiet storm brewing within Dylan, his smile strained. He watches her, his gaze distant, his thoughts miles away from the swings and slides. The carefree sounds of the playground fade into the background as Dylan's internal turmoil takes over. In the dim bar, Dylan approaches a table of his former Marines, shadows stretching long and deep around them. Awkward nods and forced smiles fill the air, a silent tension hanging heavy between the old comrades. A shared memory ignites a spark, and laughter erupts, chasing away the stilted silence. Humorous and painful recollections flood their minds, bringing back the easy camaraderie of their past. Yet, beneath the resurfacing bond, a melancholic undertone lingers, a silent reminder of battles fought and lost. In a sterile, brightly lit office, Dylan shifts uncomfortably, the stark environment amplifying his unease. He struggles to articulate his military experiences, the words feeling inadequate in the civilian setting. Across the desk, the interviewer, a woman in her late 40s, listens with a polite yet detached nod. Her face is a mask of professional disinterest, an unyielding barrier to Dylan's earnest efforts. Dylan's gaze flickers, searching for a sign of connection, but finding only polite indifference. The silence stretches, heavy with the unspoken chasm between their worlds, a stark, unsettling reality. In Dylan's home, a single lamp casts long, dancing shadows, barely illuminating the strained atmosphere. Sarah stands before Dylan, her face etched with a desperate concern as he remains hunched on the sofa. Dylan's gaze is fixed on the floor, his body language a testament to the heavy, unspoken tensions that fill the room. The palpable strain between them is a silent scream, a chasm widening with each passing, agonizing second. Sarah's voice, thick with emotion, breaks the silence. "Dylan, what's happening to you?" Her plea, "You're shutting me out. I'm scared. Scared for you and scared for us," hangs heavy in the air. Under the scorching sun, Dylan stands at a dusty gun range, the air thick with the smell of gunpowder and tension. The familiar weight of a handgun rests in his grip, a silent testament to battles fought and scars unseen. Sharp cracks of gunfire rip through the silence, a rhythmic percussion that echoes his inner turmoil. Each shot fired is a release, a moment of fleeting solace in the stark, unforgiving landscape. His eyes, shadowed by untold stories, remain fixed on the target, a silent war waged within. Under the stark fluorescent glow, Dylan sits stiffly among fellow veterans, the air heavy with shared, unspoken burdens. Their voices, tinged with a profound weariness, echo tales of battles fought, both seen and unseen. Dylan listens intently, a familiar knot in his stomach slowly beginning to unravel with each shared story. He sees his own struggles reflected in their eyes, a deep, wordless understanding blooming between them. A fragile, almost imperceptible flicker of hope ignites within Dylan, a silent promise of healing. Sunlight streams into the therapist's office, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. Dylan sits opposite Dr. Reed, his hands clasped tightly in his lap, a deep, ragged breath escaping him. His gaze is distant, lost in a painful memory as he begins to speak, slowly at first. His voice strained, he pushes through, recounting his deployment, a subtle shift in his demeanor. He continues, processing the trauma, his words gaining a quiet conviction. Sunlight filters through a canopy of leaves, dappling the vibrant green of a park below. Children's laughter echoes, a joyful symphony as they chase each other across the sun-kissed grass. Dylan stands apart, his gaze distant, lost in the carefree play unfolding before him. A faint, almost imperceptible yearning flickers in his eyes, a silent testament to a hidden sorrow. He longs for the innocent simplicity of their lives, a world untouched by the harsh realities he knows. The shadow of war looms in his memory, a stark contrast to the bright, untroubled joy of the children. In the soft glow of a bedside lamp, Dylan sits on the edge of the bed, his face etched with a troubled, distant gaze. Sarah sits beside him, her hand gently holding his, a silent anchor in his turmoil. He struggles to articulate the chaos within, his eyes fixed on some unseen point in the distance. Sarah simply listens, her presence a comforting, unwavering support in the quiet room. The sun beats down on the fishing dock, a harsh light on the weathered planks. I stand alone, a solitary figure against the vast expanse of the water. A poignant silhouette, the rhythmic cast of my fishing line cuts through the air, a fleeting gesture of hope. The gentle whir of the reel, a meditative sound, momentarily quiets the turmoil within. For a fleeting moment, a semblance of peace settles, a fragile calm by the water's edge. The water's vastness mirrors a different kind of emptiness within me, an echoing void. Sunlight streams into the sterile Veterans Affairs hospital room, creating a comforting glow. Chen, propped in bed, wears a sling, a stark bandage on his forehead, a testament to recent battles. Dylan sits by Chen's bedside, his presence a silent anchor in the quiet room. Chen's eyes, though weary, hold a newfound spark, reflecting resilience and hope. A profound, unspoken understanding passes between Dylan and Chen, a bond forged in shared trials. Their silent moment speaks volumes, a testament to the battles they've faced and overcome together. Sunlight streams into the college classroom, illuminating the dust motes dancing in the air like tiny, forgotten stars. Sanchez sits at a desk, a textbook open before him, his young face etched with a haunted, distant expression. The professor's droning lecture fades into an indistinguishable hum as Sanchez's gaze drifts, lost in a world unseen. His pen scratches absently across the notebook, forming intricate, almost military-style doodles that betray his inner turmoil. The rhythmic scratching of his pen is the only sound that truly registers, a stark contrast to the academic drone. He is present in body, but his mind is far away, entangled in a web of memories that refuse to release him. In the dim apartment, a single lamp casts long shadows as Sanchez, his eyes haunted, gestures profoundly. Chloe listens intently, her brow furrowed, trying to grasp the chasm between their realities. A subtle disconnect plays across Chloe's features as she nods, a barrier unseen. Sanchez sees it, and a flicker of frustration crosses his face, a silent acknowledgement of the divide. Under the midday sun, Sanchez walks with purpose, his shadow stretching long against the bustling street. His gaze falls upon a frail, weathered, homeless veteran. Sitting on the pavement, a silent cardboard sign beside him. A profound sorrow washes over Sanchez's face, his stride faltering with a deep sense of recognition. He silently places money next to the veteran, a poignant gesture of unspoken solidarity. A sudden, loud noise from outside shatters the apartment's quiet, making Sanchez flinch violently. He recoils instantly, curling into a tight ball on the floor, his body trembling uncontrollably. Sanchez squeezes his eyes shut, desperately trying to regain control as fear washes over him. The city's sounds twist in his mind, transforming into the terrifying cacophony of war. In a sterile, unwelcoming room, Sanchez sits rigid, his eyes darting, a picture of profound discomfort. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the tension in Sanchez's shoulders begins to ease, his jaw relaxing. A heavy sigh escapes Sanchez as he shifts in his seat, finally meeting the therapist's gaze. The weight of his past is palpable as Sanchez begins to speak. It's hard to talk about. I keep seeing their faces. I was responsible for them, all of them, he confesses, haunted by guilt. The sun bathes a vibrant green park, a scene of idyllic peace. Sanchez, a figure of quiet strength, plays with his younger siblings, their laughter echoing joyfully. He forces a smile, a fragile mask, barely concealing the profound sadness in his eyes. His siblings' innocent joy, pure and unburdened, shines brightly around him. Their happiness is a poignant, almost painful reminder of the battles Sanchez has fought. A deep, unspoken sorrow lingers in Sanchez's gaze, a stark contrast to the carefree play. In the dim bar, long shadows dance as Sanchez, fueled by fury, unleashes the first brutal punch. His movements are sharp and precise, a violent ballet honed by combat, exploding uncontrolled. Later, I sit alone, the bitter taste of stale beer and crushing regret heavy in my mouth. A profound wave of shame washes over me, a silent torment in the aftermath of chaos. In a small, windowless room, the soft hum of fluorescent lights casts a muted glow over a circle of chairs. Among them, Sanchez sits, his gaze fixed on Dylan, who speaks with a quiet, raw intensity. Sanchez's face reflects a deep understanding, a silent recognition of shared burdens. A subtle nod from Sanchez acknowledges the profound, unspoken connection between them, a bond forged in experience. Sunlight streams into Sanchez's sparsely furnished apartment, illuminating a letter clutched tightly in his hand. His eyes scan the handwritten words, a subtle shift in his expression as the weight of the message settles upon him. The words connect him to a world he knows intimately, a flicker of understanding crossing his face. He feels a renewed sense of connection to his military family, their struggles with reintegration echoing in his soul. On a bustling college campus, Sanchez walks with a lighter step, a subtle shift in his demeanor. He spots Chloe, a hesitant smile gracing his lips as he approaches her. Sanchez shares his journey. Hey, Chloe, I've actually been going to therapy. It's helping me adjust, I think. Chloe's face softens with warmth. That's great, Sanchez. That's a really big step. Sunlight streams into the small, neat chaplain's office, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. Captain Miller, his face etched with wisdom, sits behind a simple wooden desk, his posture unyielding. Despite the lines around his eyes, his gaze is sharp, his presence a comforting anchor in the quiet room. He listens intently, every fiber of his being focused, radiating an aura of unwavering dignity and service. The quiet dignity of the office is palpable, a testament to years of unwavering dedication and solace. In the quiet hum of his home, Miller sits alone, surrounded by the weight of unspoken memories. He carefully sifts through a stack of old, faded photographs, each one a fragile piece of his past. The images capture moments from his deployment, faces of young Marines staring back from the yellowed print. His fingers trace the worn edges of a photograph, a silent conversation with ghosts of comrades. Each touch is an acknowledgement of the profound impact his service had on him, etched deep within his soul. He remembers the good and the bad, the triumphs and the tragedies, all held within the faded frames. Under the vast sky, Miller stands amidst an endless sea of white headstones, each a silent sentinel of loss. The afternoon sun casts long, somber shadows across the meticulously manicured lawn, deepening the sense of solemnity. He closes his eyes, a profound stillness settling over his face, a silent tribute to those who rest beneath the earth. His lips move almost imperceptibly, forming a silent prayer, a whisper of remembrance against the quiet air. A moment heavy with unspoken grief and deep remembrance envelops him, a poignant tableau of sorrow and love. In the Veterans Outreach Center, Anna sits opposite Miller, her hands clasped tightly, a silent struggle etched on her face. The room hums with the muted glow of fluorescent lights, a stark contrast to Anna's distant gaze. She begins to speak, a raw confession spilling forth. It's like I'm living in a different world than everyone else. Her voice cracks with the weight of unspoken trauma. They don't understand. They can't. Anna's eyes plead. How do you talk about things that make you feel dirty to people who've never seen anything like it? In the dim light of her apartment, Anna sits alone, her gaze locked onto her phone, a silent battle raging within her. Her thumb hovers over the call button, a tremor of hesitation betraying the weight of unspoken secrets she carries. The air around her is thick with the palpable burden of her past, a heavy shroud of memories. Anna, a prisoner of her own mind, is trapped in the confines of her haunting recollections. On a bustling city street, Anna walks with her head bowed, her gaze fixed on the indifferent pavement. The vibrant crowd surges around her, a dizzying blur of faces and motion, yet she feels profoundly alone. A cacophony of car horns, distant sirens, and chattering voices washes over her, a relentless tide of noise. Storefronts flash with blinding, vibrant colors, but her eyes remain unfocused, seeing nothing. The world around her feels alien and distant, a vivid dream from which she cannot wake. Her solitude is a palpable weight amidst the overwhelming energy of the city. In a softly lit therapist's office, Anna sits rigid, her hands clasped tightly, a palpable tension radiating from her. Dr. Mark Johnson listens intently, his gaze unwavering, as Anna struggles with her words. Anna's voice trembles as she confesses. I keep replaying it in my head over and over. Dr. Johnson offers a gentle reassurance. It's understandable to feel that way, Anna. He continues. Guilt is a powerful emotion. Let's explore those feelings. Anna's eyes, filled with torment, plead, I don't know how to live with myself after what I did. In a quiet Veterans Outreach Center, Anna sits among fellow veterans, a blank notebook before her, the air thick with unspoken stories. The soft scratching of pens fills the room as Anna grips her own, her brow furrowed in a silent battle with the empty page. No words come, only the heavy weight of her past pressing down, her pen poised but still. Then a tentative tremor as her pen finally touches paper, a single word blooming into existence. With increasing confidence, the words flow, transforming into lines of poetry, a testament to her resilient spirit. At her desk, Anna types with efficient movements, but her eyes betray a distant, haunted quality. The office hums with the mundane rhythm of keyboards and hushed conversations, a stark contrast to her past. Her wartime skills, honed in chaos, feel utterly irrelevant in this sterile, uneventful workplace. Colleagues chat about weekend plans, their laughter echoing hollowly in Anna's ears, a sound of profound disconnect. She feels misunderstood. Her experiences a burden, the routine a stifling cage around her spirit. Sunlight filters through the leaves, dappling the faces of veterans gathered on park benches. Anna stands before them, a worn notebook in her hand, her soft voice carrying raw power as she reads. Each word hangs in the air, connecting with the shared experiences etched on the faces of the listening veterans. A profound sense of validation washes over Anna as a quiet understanding passes between them. In her quiet apartment, Anna, a focused artist, fiercely works on a large canvas, her brushstrokes bold and frenetic. A vibrant, chaotic abstract piece takes shape, pulsing with an intensity that mirrors unseen turmoil. The soft scrape of her brush is the only sound, a rhythmic counterpoint to her occasional deep sighs. Anna pours her raw emotions into the art, transforming her past combat experiences into a visual storm. Sunlight dapples the outdoor seating of a coffee shop as Anna, her eyes alight with hope, speaks to Miller. Anna gestures, her voice filled with quiet triumph. Therapy's been surprising. And the writing, it's actually flowing now, she continues, a newfound clarity in her voice. I feel like I'm finally untangling things. Miller listens intently, his steady gaze and affirming words a beacon of support. That's wonderful to hear, Anna. Keep going. You've got this. In the soft lamplight, Dylan and Sarah share a quiet meal, the gentle clinking of silverware filling the air. Dylan, a gentle smile gracing his lips, clears his throat, while Sarah, sensing his intent, meets his gaze, giving him her full attention. Dylan softly confesses, I've been going to a support group. It's helping. Sarah, her voice tinged with hope, replies, I hope so, I really do. The golden sun bathes a vibrant park as Dylan and Sarah walk hand in hand. Their fingers intertwine, a silent promise in the gentle clasp. A soft breeze rustles the leaves, mirroring the quiet peace in their steps. Their eyes meet, a profound understanding passing between them, a testament to shared journeys. The simple act of walking together, a powerful symbol of their rebuilt bond. Every step is a quiet declaration, affirming the deep effort poured into their enduring love. Sunlight streams into a bustling office, illuminating Dylan as he sits, listening intently, a quiet confidence now emanating from him. His gaze is empathetic, reflecting a deep understanding born from his own past experiences. He gestures gently, offering advice and support, his movements radiating a newfound inner peace. The subtle ease in his demeanor is palpable, a stark contrast to the man he once was. Dylan, now more at peace, embodies a quiet strength, a testament to his journey and growth. Bright sunlight bathes the bustling college campus, a vibrant backdrop to unfolding connections. Sanchez leans in, meticulously helping Chloe, their heads close together over a laptop, a shared moment of focus. Their conversation flows effortlessly, a comfortable rhythm hinting at a deepening friendship, words unspoken yet understood. Sanchez speaks calmly, his voice a reflective murmur, as he shares intimate details of his therapy. His academic aspirations paint a clear vision of his future, a confident gleam in his eyes. A genuine warm smile spreads across Sanchez's face, radiating pure contentment in the bright daylight. In his apartment, a single desk lamp casts a soft, focused glow on a stack of well-worn textbooks. Sanchez, his brow deeply furrowed, pores over the pages, his concentration absolute. The air around him is calm, settled, a stark contrast to past turmoil. Faint echoes of haunting memories linger, but their power over him has dramatically faded. He breathes deeply, finding solace and comfort in the profound silence of the night. Amidst the vibrant chaos of a community event, Miller, Anna, and Dylan stand out, each a beacon of quiet strength. Their eyes lock across the bustling lawn, a silent communication passing between them. A subtle nod from Miller, a knowing smile from Anna, a gentle inclination of Dylan's head. It is an unspoken acknowledgement of battles fought and victories won, a shared journey of resilience. The air hums with an understanding only they can share, a bond forged in the fires of experience, a quiet understanding of the profound healing they've discovered together, a testament to their enduring spirits. Dylan sits on the edge of a small bed, a children's book open in his hands, bathed in the soft glow of a bedside lamp. His niece, snug beneath a vibrant quilt, gazes up at him with eyes heavy with sleep, her small face radiating trust. Dylan's voice is a gentle murmur, filling the quiet room with a soothing, peaceful hum. He savors the profound, simple joy of this moment, a balm to his soul. The quiet hum of family love envelops them, a tender, unspoken bond in the stillness of the night. A vast, empty desert stretches infinitely under a harsh, unforgiving sun, a fleeting glimpse of desolation. The stark landscape, a canvas of endless sand, whispers tales of all who traverse its unforgiving expanse. The wind, a timeless and haunting presence, softly carves its path across the boundless dunes. The desert's silent grandeur shapes the destiny of those who dare to cross its ancient, whispering heart. Inside his home, Dylan gazes out the window, his eyes fixed on the quiet suburban street. The stark contrast of the peaceful neighborhood to the desert's harsh reality is jarring, a silent struggle in his mind. He takes a deep, deliberate breath, a silent anchor to ground himself in the present moment. His reflection mirrors a man caught between two worlds. The quiet street, a stark reminder of his past. Under a brilliant sun, a lush green park bursts with life, a vibrant canvas for pure, unadulterated joy. Sanchez, his face aglow with happiness, weaves through the grass, his siblings close behind, a whirlwind of youthful energy. His movements are a dance of unburdened ease, every kick and sprint a testament to his fluid, tension-free spirit. Completely lost in the game, Sanchez savors each fleeting moment, a portrait of simple, profound joy. In her studio, Anna's brush dances with fierce determination, each stroke a testament to her unwavering spirit. The canvas comes alive under her hand, a kaleidoscope of vibrant colors emerging from the depths of her soul. With every confident motion, Anna transforms raw emotion into breathtaking beauty. Her eyes, intense and focused, reflect the vibrant hues she meticulously applies. A masterpiece of resilience and passion unfolds, a silent symphony of triumph over adversity. In his backyard, Dylan kneels, his eyes holding untold stories as his calloused hands delve into the rich, dark earth. He meticulously tends to nascent greens, his precise movements a stark contrast to a past of destruction. The vibrant hum of bees and the gentle sway of leaves create a sacred tableau around him. In this quiet labor, a profound solace washes over Dylan as peace is found in nurturing life. The soft glow of fluorescent lights bathes a Spartan room, casting long shadows across empty chairs. Dylan, Sanchez, and Anna sit among the circle, their faces etched with quiet understanding. The air thickens with unspoken stories, a silent comfort in shared space. Heads nod in unison, a silent acknowledgement of burdens only they truly comprehend. Gentle smiles flicker, fleeting moments of peace in the crucible of shared experiences. A palpable bond weaves through them, forged in fire, unbreakable and profound. Dylan and Sarah walk along the beach, their bare feet sinking into the wet sand. A rhythmic crash of waves their soundtrack. The vast ocean stretches before them, an expanse of blue and white, symbolizing endless possibility and renewal. Their fingers intertwined, they hold hands, a silent understanding passing between them. The gentle lapping of waves against the shore creates a soothing, comforting rhythm. A sense of peaceful togetherness envelops them as they walk hand in hand towards the horizon. Golden sunlight floods Sanchez's classroom, illuminating the engaged faces of his peers. Sanchez commands attention at the front, his gestures confident and sweeping, drawing all eyes to him. His gaze, direct and unwavering, connects with several peers, a silent challenge in his eyes. His voice, strong and clear, rings with conviction, filling the room with his powerful presence. Sunlight streams into the local art gallery, casting a warm glow upon the vibrant canvases. Anna stands proudly beside her artwork, a testament to her journey of resilience and healing. Her art, a symphony of colors and textures, captivates visitors with its evocative power. Anna engages with the admiring crowd, her face alight with a quiet joy and profound satisfaction. Each brushstroke whispers tales of courage, her spirit shining through every piece. In his living room, Miller sits bathed in the soft, warm glow of a solitary lamp. The light sculpts his face, revealing the quiet intensity of his gaze as he holds a letter. His fingers gently trace the lines of the paper, a silent connection to the words written there. A subtle, tender smile begins to form on his lips, a secret joy unfolding in the stillness. His eyes, filled with a deep, quiet satisfaction, reflect the lamp's light as he nears the letter's end. He finishes reading, the smile lingering, a testament to the profound contentment the letter has brought him. Under a vast, pale sky, the memorial stands, its stone catching the sparse light of a distant sun. Long, somber shadows stretch across the hallowed ground, a silent testament to profound loss. Dylan, Sanchez, and Anna stand together, their figures etched against the cold, enduring stone. Their silent presence speaks volumes, a poignant tribute to those who have fallen. Each face reflects a quiet strength, a deep recognition of their own hard-won survival. United in their grief and resilience, they stand as living memorials to an indomitable spirit. In the quiet stillness of his home, Dylan sits, lost in thought. He holds an old creased photograph, its edges softened by time and countless touches. His gaze is fixed on the younger version of himself, smiling brightly amongst his unit in Iraq. A pang of nostalgia washes over him, a bittersweet memory of days long past. Yet, in his eyes, there is also a quiet sense of acceptance, a profound peace. Under the warm sun, a vibrant picnic unfolds, a tapestry of laughter and stories woven by friends. Dylan, Sanchez, and Anna share tales, their faces illuminated by shared joy and the golden light of day. Sarah, Chloe, and Miller listen intently, their diverse lives now intertwined by friendship, once forged in war. The park hums with their contentment, a testament to lives lived fully, complexities embraced, and bonds unbroken. The sun sinks below the horizon, bathing the vast, tranquil landscape in dramatic, lengthening shadows. The sky erupts in a breathtaking blaze of orange, purple, and crimson, painting the heavens with fiery hues. A profound peace settles over the still air, yet a resilient undercurrent hints at past battles and a determined future. Faint, distant echoes of conflict linger, but a palpable sense of hope permeates the fading light.